What's going on, folks? It's me, the Psycho Ripper, and I'm doing a different video than usual. I'm actually giving a tutorial video today on one of my favorite video games of all time, Ocarina of Time. Tutorial that could easily wreck your childhood. And for anybody who follows Ocarina or speedrunning will be familiar with this. It's a trick called the infinite sword glitch. Now, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to do it, alongside showing how to do it, explaining its practical uses and why it's important, as well as other properties about it. Now, before we get into it, there's something else you need to know about. When you are going to use this trick, it's a trick called a crouch stab, which is basically just hold your shield out, hit the sword button. You get a crouching stab. This is what you need to do to activate this infinite sword glitch. What happens is you interrupt it with some sort of action, and then that's what triggers the glitch. Now, this action can be usually just some sort of interaction, which can be reading a sign, talking to another person, or using Navi to highlight and tell you what an enemy is when you're locked onto them. But you have to do this when you're doing you have to basically use this interaction once you're in the crouch stab. And basically, the trick behind it is while you're crouch stabbing, as soon as the sword's out, you need to go ahead and interrupt that. I'm gonna fight those guys off in a second when I have an opportunity to use this. So let's just go ahead and go over here and try it out, or not. That's not a good idea. Okay, now's the perfect time to do it. Just crouch stab, and then you just gotta interrupt it like this. Okay, that was off. Let me try that again. Sorry, let me do this one more time. There we go. And you'll know that the glitch is activated when your game starts lagging, Link's movement, like your frame rate drops, and your sword will have that white ominous light around it, representing a constantly slashing sword. So now that you know it's activated, you don't have to have it out. You can just walk around, and basically what it does is it will constantly strike your sword uninterrupted. See how I'm hitting the tree? That's constantly being hit by my sword, yet without it actually being out. What it does is it takes the damage from your crouch stab, which your crouch stab is the equivalent of the damage you did with your last attack. So most people will usually do a jump slash before it to get maximum damage with the infinite sword glitch. And this is not limited just to your sword. You can use it with the Kukuri sword, the Master sword, the Big Goron sword. You can also use it with the Deku stick, as well as the Megaton hammer if you're trying to play swordless. It's useful for a number of reasons. It basically makes it so you can constantly be attacking your enemy without having to worry about delaying an attack. This makes killing a lot of bosses a hell of a lot more simplified. Bosses like Queen Goma can die in literally just a second. And you can also, while you have the glitch on, you can use a couple items like your Deku nuts, and it won't interrupt it. Now, if you want to interrupt the sword glitch to cancel it out, there's a couple ways to do it. You can either use, you either have to use your sword again to interrupt it, you have to receive damage, you need to climb onto a ledge that requires you to leap, or you can fall into water and that'll also cancel out the glitch. That's just in case you have somewhere you don't need the glitch to be activated. Now we'll go ahead and test this out against these stall children that are coming out at night, now that it's approaching nighttime. But yeah, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and say that aside from attacking enemies, this is crucial for Zelda speedrunning, because like I said, it takes out enemies and bosses in the fastest way possible. Along with that, there's also a couple of other tricks that these can do for you. For example, when you have the infinite sword glitch, you can't fall off ledges for some reason. And along with that, you're also able to do another type of glitch, which allows you to use explosives to hover. This can help you get to higher areas or get into certain levels faster. Now we're gonna go ahead and find some of these things, the stall child, and I'm going to show you real quick that you can do this with Navi. Just crouch tab, and hold on, that's not how you do it. Crouch tab is, oh my god. Why can't I keep missing the button? Just wait for another one to come out. Basically, it's just crouch tab, lock on with Z, and then immediately cancel with Navi. There we go. You have to do it relatively fast, and when you're going to activate the glitch, and you're doing a crouch tab, or whatever, crouch tab, you have to interrupt it within just a few frames of the sword going out. Otherwise, it'll just cancel it, and you won't get the glitch, or it just won't happen. This can be a little tricky, and like I said, well, like you've noticed, I'm not consistent with it, but getting the hang of this can be a very useful trick. It's just like I said, you gotta practice it. And as you can see, I'm constantly attacking enemies without any trouble. Now, and I'll let this one attack me just to show you that after you get attacked, you lose your glitch. Anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. Just to keep in mind, remember crouch tab is how you activate the glitch. You can use it from talking, sign reading, or using Navi to activate it. Oh yeah, and another thing I need to mention is cutscenes also, and opening doors also cancels the glitch. So you have to activate it anytime you're in a new room. But anyways, hopefully you found this useful, and happy glitching.